Hey there, everybody. As always, welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out for a few. My name is Rich, and I'm the channel host here. And today we're going to be talking about a workflow that I use for basically every one of my clients. I hear often from people, what's the process of getting things set up and agreed to with clients. In our case, we have a workflow that we've been working on for years that we follow along with from the first contact from our clients to the final set of deliverables that they've requested from us. Now, I did one video ahead of this where we just started talking about the concepts here of our workflow. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and we're going to switch screens for a second so that we can have the workflow up. So I did an introduction video to this maybe a week and a half ago, and then I've been working around some weather issues, some other client issues, and bottom line, here we are finally jumping back into this again, having this conversation about a real world project that we're doing right now. And this particular project uses the same workflow as my other projects. One of the big differences here is this is not a construction progression workflow. Instead, this is a set of clients looking to sell an incredibly unique property. They want to make some really cool videos to showcase a 40-acre off-grid property. So off-grid means they're on solar, they're on wind, and they're pretty much self-sustaining. And when they contacted us, I always walk through that my personal workflow. And so you can see it here on screen. It might be a little smaller to you. That's okay. Because, as we go through other workflow components, you'll see some of the full-sized layouts here. But so we got the client contact. They actually got hold of us through our azdrone.net website. They dropped a note from there. And so we started a conversation up in email, and that's where the client told us about what it is they're looking for. So we actually did a detailed write-up in email back to them to make sure bullet points of the things they wanted. And because we were going to be doing video, we were going to be doing stills, we were going to be utilizing the DJI Mavic 3 Enterprise. So we were going to do a model for ourselves, not for the clients. They weren't looking for any maps or models, but they were kind enough to let us fly their site to do some fun things with the Mavic 3 Enterprise. So after our initial conversations, after our agreed to deliverables, the next part is, of course, flight planning. So that's part 2 in our workflow. And so we start getting ready to generate all those deliverables. So that means flying the videos, flying the FPV video, utilizing the 7D for interior and exterior shots of outbuildings, all these different components going into this. But streamlining these things through our workflow made it a lot easier to know what the clients wanted, what things we needed to do to achieve those results for them, and to finally get them to way over on the right hand side, the data presentation. And so I'm just going to play this in the background again here. So this is just part of a mock-up, so this isn't actually our final video. But as I was just saying, the things that they wanted in their deliverables were some cool videos of the location, featuring all of the outbuildings, the workshop, the home, the barn, and some smaller little outbuildings, plus a couple of solar arrays and a gravity-fed well system as well. So you're seeing just part of what we've collected and what we're putting together for the final product to them. So once again, this is a totally real world project. This is a project that has great impact to the owners because they're looking to sell the property and do something new. Maintaining a 40-acre site like this, and the solar and the wind and all the different components that go into an off-grid home, they actually can become a little exhausting. There's a lot of work to do regularly on a site like this. So, they wanted to showcase everything and find the right buyer. And there's a lot of people out there looking for off-grid locations. So that was the unique hook to us from the clients, that this was going to be a really, kind of a one-time deal here. I mean, how often do we get someone contacting us about such a neat project? And going through our workflow, it's making sure that we're going to cover and capture everything the clients are looking for. So in our part 2 here of our workflow, client contact and flight planning. But keep in mind one last thing. Things went crazy, absolutely crazy for the first primary visit on May the 12th because there were extreme winds going on. So that required us to adjust and to adjust the workflow and accept the fact that we were going to have to do another visit to the client location in order to capture the rest of the items that they wanted. And by the way, this is not a finished product yet. We've just been setting up some things and having a little fun with doing some Final Cut Pro editing as well. And you might see just a little of that later in this series. All right, I'm not going to take any more of your time. So basically, our workflow so far, we got that contact. We set up the flights that we wanted to. We've listed out deliverables that we wanted to. So the next parts in this series are all about capturing these chunks of deliverables, putting them into a format that's going to be pleasing for the clients, like going into a room like this with the blown out windows. Not great stuff. Probably won't be using that. But so in the next set of discussions, part 3, we'll be going through getting all these things captured and starting to put them together to work toward our final deliverable package. Once again, classes.azdrone.net, you can see another workflow class and several other courses that might be of interest to you if you're getting into this type of unique work, whether it's construction progress monitoring, really unique properties, and so many other things that you can actually do in drone work. The workflow class might be of help to you, and some of our modeling courses might be of interest to you as well. All right, everyone, have a great one, and we'll see you on the next installment.